Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. And today's video, the Swedish word of the day is black, which is in Swedish svart. Svart. So today I'm going to do my little shop my stash video. If you haven't seen my latest one, I'll link it down below. But first and foremost of this video, I am going to talk a little bit about the makeup that I have been using throughout the month. I think I have had this for actually like 3 weeks. And then later on, we are going to dive into some makeup. I think I'm gonna focus on products I've hit pan on. I did say that in my last video, so let's just do that. So first and foremost, let's talk about this setting powder from London. I know that this is a translucent powder. It says even like true translucent, but I did not enjoy this one at all. First, oh my god. Well, that's great. I do clean this bag once in a while, so might need to clean it, not today, tomorrow. Anyway, this one I did not use a lot because I looked crazy in it. I looked white, so I am gonna put it aside for a day where I am a little bit more pale. Instead, I used my Fenty powder. It's my all-time favorite powder. This one I would for sure repurchase, so yeah, I just love this one. This is the Wet n Wild primer. I do want to say that I am just trying to use my Wet n Wild products up because they are no longer cruelty free. This one, I swear, I used this one time after I recorded last video and then it was out. So now I can finally put it out. This one is also empty. I had a little tester. I think I'm actually gonna keep these. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. I spoke too soon. Tester, I have another tester in here. And then I also finished up, oh sorry, my day cream. So these are just out of my collection and in my little empties pile. This is another little serum that I included. I have no idea where I was. Nicholas came home, he interrupted me and we talked. So yeah, I have no freaking idea, but yeah, let's continue. That's not important. This is the serum that I use. I think I call this a primer, but this is the serum I use every single day now during daytime. This one still haven't finished. What can I say? This bronzer is life. They have this in 5 different shades, so a lot of you guys have asked me like, why does mine look a little bit different? It all depends on the shade. I really like this one. This one you already know that I love. I have used this one so much this past couple of weeks when I have wanted a little bit more coverage, but I take not a full pump, I take just a little bit and then I just apply it to my cheek area and my chin, a little bit on my forehead. So I don't apply it all over my face and it's super duper sheer just because I go in with so little, but I love the SPF effect that it has and I like the luminosity that it gives me. So I don't really need it just because of the fact that my sunscreen is giving me so much glowiness, so I don't need more glowiness, but sometimes I want it. Let me take out all of the products that I'm not gonna keep in here. This is what I'm keeping in here. I'm keeping these 2 products that I've been trying to focus on and use up, which I mentioned 1,000 times. This is my new moisturizer. This is my favorite moisturizer ever from Revolution. It's super hydrating. I have, let's see here, I just recorded an Instagram video, like a skincare video, so I have this one that I have during the nighttime in my bathroom as well, so recommend. And then I just have this one I'm gonna throw away. I'm gonna declare this empty as well. This one I'm also gonna keep in here. Same with these. Okay, so it's time to say bye-bye to these bronzers. I'm gonna put them aside for now. So I used this blush a lot. You cannot tell. It looks like I haven't even used this once, but I have. I have used this a ton. I don't know what to say. It's very, very pigmented, so that's why. I did also use this blush from Revolution. This is one of their newer ones. This is in the shade Pink Lady. I think that this is super pretty. Then I used this one. Do you see what I did? I don't know how I succeeded with this. This is a super stiff formula, so you really get value for your money. This is also empty. This one I've used kind of a lot actually, so I'm really happy that I included this because it made me really reach for it. I've talked about this many times, not many times, a couple of times. This is the Berry M holographic topper. It's really, really beautiful. I've used this a couple of times in the videos as well. It's time to put this to the side. I've had this in my Shop My Stash for months and months now, so I'm gonna put this to the side and take something else as a cream contour. However, I am going to keep this in. This has become one of my favorite liquid lipsticks ever. This is from Jouer in the shade Charmed. What can I say? I love it. So I'm gonna keep those in there. This is new, Milk Luminous Blur Stick. I feel like it gives sort of a luminosity to the skin, but it contains like gold specks. Don't know how well you can see it, and it is really, really nice. It doesn't like it fills up the pores. I don't use this all over my face. I just use it around my eye area, not my eye area, but you know, under the eyes, and then on my nose and a little bit on my forehead where I have some lines. I think that this is phenomenal. I don't think that everyone would love it, perhaps only if you have pore problems. I'm gonna keep, oh, I haven't decided yet. Let's go to this one, which is our second one. So yeah, okay, you can see this was not in my Shop My Stash, but I used it a couple of times. So the Colored Rain palette is really, really nice. I get the hype, I like it, I really, really do. I just think that I got this a bit too late to be able to truly appreciate it like others do, because this color story isn't really unique to me. However, it's so beautiful, especially like when you take these shimmers and apply them to the eyes. They swatch really good, but when you apply them to the eyes, it's something completely different. Then we used this palette, which is a custom-made palette. This actually fell out of the pan one time, so I got it in my entire hand. I'd had to put it back and press it in. I think that this shade is actually my favorite, which is a little bit more of that champagne shade. It's the shade White Gold. I did not love these blushes. I'd like to use this one the most. And then I used this one a couple of times and I expanded the pan a little bit. Oh my god, I just gotta say, I have only used these two shades so far, but this shade is like everything. It was so beautiful to use with the Melt palette. I'm just gonna say that this one I actually had to fill up again, so that was pretty neat. Then I've used my Natasha Denona palette a lot. I just had to include it. I don't know, there's something about this blush and this entire palette, I'm so sorry, that's just magical to me. I love this palette so much. I would definitely, if I ran out of this palette right now, I would definitely repurchase it. I think that the Melt palette was the one that I used the most. And I know all about the Melt situation. That was regarding the Gemini palette and not the Smoke Sessions palette, so you don't need to comment about that. I am completely aware of everything, and this is not spots, it's from this one. Love this palette, so happy that I have it. It's beautiful, it's everything for me. It's like one of my favorite palettes. To be honest, it's grungy, but still you can do very appropriate looks as well with it. I think that this ginormous Morphe palette was the last palette that I had in my, no, I actually had my Emme Cosmetics palette as well, and for some reason I just didn't reach for this one. I did use this one once and it wasn't, I don't know what was up with me, because now that I swatch it, it looks absolutely beautiful, but I just wasn't impressed when I put it on my eyes. Maybe I had a bad day or something. Really like this. Oh, I did have this palette in as well. Can you hear that I'm all over the place? I had this palette in as well. I used it a couple of times and I do really like it. I think I did like an all matte grungy look. But this one, I felt like I had too many palettes in this rotation, so I couldn't really focus on this palette. And there was just so many things that was new to my collection that I just couldn't really focus on anything. But this Morphe palette I did use a couple of times and I really like it. I did a yellow look, and this shade is like, I would repurchase this palette solely for this shade. That is like magical. It looks super wet and like super absolutely amazing. But I was so craving the Honey palette from Colourpop, so I did a little yellow look with this one and the Color Rain palette, and I think I had this on the lid. I want Morphe to only do this formula in the future when it comes to their shimmers, because they are wet, they are different, they are unique, they are incredible. Let's pick out some new makeup to use this month. When we're going to pick out a powder, I was thinking and I was contemplating, should I clean this drawer before I let you into my little collection? And then I was like, no, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is what it looks like. Concealers, powders. This is some single shadows that I got in PR. This is a foot cream. It even says fotkräm from a brand that my grocery store makes. Don't come for me, I like it, okay? Whatever, let's dive into concealers. And first and foremost, I do want to tell you guys that I purchased like this is my third one to my collection. This is from Makeup Revolution in the shade 10.2. I know what you're thinking, Paulina, that's not your concealer color. No, I am aware, but I have basically only been able to use C6, which I bought just to deepen up some concealers. But I've been having to use this because everything else has been too light for me. So I bought this one just so I could deepen shit up. So now I can pick out any concealer I want. Obviously, I'm keeping in that Makeup Revolution concealer. So what are we gonna take today? We're gonna take something that we almost have pan in. So let's see here. You know what? I think that this is the Essence matte one. If you really take a look at it, you can see that there's not much left in it. So we're gonna take this one, and then I'm gonna take my Healthy concealer as well from Essence. It contains a little bit more, but we're gonna try and focus on using this one up. And then for powder, I actually only have like one setting powder that I have pan in, and we did have this in for a rotation already. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna take this one. This is my Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. I think I've gone through maybe 2 or 3 of this. I think two. This is my third one, I think. Don't remember. But this is what it looks like. So I am gonna put this in, and then I'm gonna try and repress it and then use it. But I'm cheating because you can't see pan here. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So now we're on to blushes, and to be honest, I mean, as I said, I used this a lot this month. You can't even see that I've used it once. So I don't have a lot of pan in my blushes. But what I do have is pan in one blush, which is this one. This is the Bella Bellini blush from Milani. See the pan? It's beautiful. So that's not a good representation. That's what it looks like. So it has this pinky shift to it, and then it's like a pinky peach. So we're gonna take this one, and we're also gonna take a blush that I'm trying to pan. I'm trying to hit pan in this blush from Milani. I've already had this in a rotation, but I'm keeping it in. And then I'm gonna be excessive and have in my Natasha Denona palette, because I'm about to hit pan in this, and I just need to use it because it's that good. So here we have my primer and foundation drawer, and what to do. I don't think I'm about to finish up any primer except my maquillage primer that I'm working on. I'm gonna work on this one from Revolution. This is a primer and serum. And then I'm also gonna put in this from Cover FX. No, we're gonna take this one because this one is darker. This is in the shade Sunlight, I think. Yeah, Sunlight. So that is all I'm gonna put in for this little rotation. For sure, I want to have my Dream Glow kit in. It's time, you guys. This one, I mean, this is loved. This is very, very loved. Very. So, for sure, keeping this one in. I think I'm gonna put my Opal highlight on the chopping block from Becca. So here it is. I'm gonna put this one in because if this is too dark for me now, I am going to declutter it because I'm not gonna get tanner than this. So I'm gonna put this one in, and I wanna take another one. I wanna take my Jouer one, Citrine. Love this one, but I haven't used it in a while. This is a little bit more daytime appropriate and a little bit more of champagne. So yes, these are the highlights I'm gonna be focused on for this rotation. Bronzer drawer. So I've been thinking that I would like to pan a bronzer this year and like completely finish it up, which is my Too Faced bronzer. I think that this is one of the oldest bronzers I have in my collection. I have the Milk Chocolate Soleil, and this has been loved and very used, but not enough. So I'm gonna try and expand the pan this month. And for that, I'm not gonna put in any other bronzer just so I can solely work on this one. But I am gonna put in my cream contour palette from e.l.f. because you gotta contour, babe. So here is some contestants for this month. I haven't fully decided yet. If you look at these palettes, they are all pretty neutral. It's super hot here. Nothing lasts on my skin, so I cannot have, I forgot that my fan was on. I cannot have like a fully beat eye because it creases on me and then I look crazy the entire day. I think I'm gonna take my Modern Renaissance palette, and it would be pretty cool to finish this one up. Don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, but hey, it would be cool. And then just use this because I used this today actually, and I still like it. It's just that I haven't used this this entire year, I think. Yes, I have. Yeah, I would like to give this a little bit of more love and appreciation. Can you be quiet? I also really want to take my Saharan palette by Juvia's as a little bit of color. Then we also have the Moon Dust palette. I'm not gonna take like 5 palettes as I did last month. But I would like to use this one. I think that this is a little bit too glam for this month. Then we have the Subculture palette. Fucking adore this palette, but I'm wondering if it might be a bit too much for this month. I cannot decide. And then lastly, my Self-Made palette. This I did just with some singles from ABH, Makeup Geek, and ColourPop, because I really wanted the Dose of Color Baking Browns palette, but I didn't want to purchase it because I knew that I had those shades, so I just kind of duped it. I changed some of the colors to my kind of colors and then added some shimmers because I had space. I think I'm actually gonna do like this. These 3 deserve some love, so I'm actually gonna take these 3. This is the Ofra setting spray. I know it doesn't look like it, but it is. And then I added in a little bit of my Essence Glow to Go because I hate the spray on this one, and I can't use this alone because I look freaking crazy. So I felt like just adding in a teensy bit in these, and it works phenomenal. Lastly, I actually have some new products that I do want to add in. I know. So, some Stila, BH, yes. So I do want to add in this one. This is one of BH Cosmetics Diamond Dazzles. Fuck this shit. So this is in the shade Precious. And when I saw it originally, I was like, no, it's like glitter. Wait, oops. It's like glitter, I thought. I don't know if you can see that, but I just got this today. And then swatching it. Do you see that? It's just the most beautiful, like very, very cool tone green. So I want to add this one in, and then I also have this one from Stila that I just got. This is from the Little White Lies collection. I wanted this for so long because I felt like this might be the perfect yellow. I have talked about this before, that I've been looking for the perfect kind of liquid yellow. So that is what that looks like, because I wanted to use it on top of the Paulina palette, the shade Friends. So I'm just gonna see. Yes, that is beautiful. And I think that if you layer it one more layer, it's gonna be perfect. But I think that this alone looks really, really beautiful as well, as you can see. And then this is just a brow thing. It's a waterproof brow thing that I really wanted. Looks like this. Let's swatch it. Wow, that's really disappointing. Okay. I had one of these from Kat Von D that I really, really loved. But I don't support Kat Von D anymore, so I didn't want to purchase it, but this, we're gonna try it. And then the last thing is this little one from Stila. It's super cute, it's super small. It's like the Fenty Diamond Thingaling, as you can see. So we're just gonna swatch it. Like, can you see that? It's really, really pretty. Oh, it's like glitter all, Yes, so I'm gonna keep this one in as well. And then for lips this month, I wanna use whatever I wanna use. One thing I know, I haven't used this in a while, I just saw it. I need to add this one in, wait. This one from Buxom. This looks gross, I know. This is in the shade Pink Coquette. It's like this super sheer but still pigmented, glossy lipstick. Oh, and you know what? I'm gonna add in another lipstick. 3 other lipsticks. Okay, let's do a little shop my stash. I'm gonna add in the lipstick Stone Fox from Colourpop because I'm almost done with it, and this is part of my unofficial product pan. Then I wanna use this one, which is from the new Revolution Pro collection. This is freaking beautiful, super cool toned. I'm so sorry. Last lipstick is this Morphe one. I want to use this up because it looks disgusting, as you probably could tell. So also super glossy, super beautiful. They are all like pinky ones. That is that. I'll see you in my next video. Like if you liked it, dislike if you didn't like it. I'm tired, so bye bye.